What's up, guys? This is the Dark Knight 360. This is the NITE. I am the better half of the Dark Knight here, but yeah, this is a battle versus my friend. I think he's going by Team Falcon. Don't really know what that means, but here we go. I sent out my Hydreigon, which I thought was a pretty good lead since he is Choice Scarf, so outspeed mostly anyone. And I go for the Draco Meteor, even though Slowbro is very specially bulky. And unfortunately for me, he lives it, and my special attack falls. And then he hits me with the Ice Beam. But that is not going to kill me. It's going to bring me down to about half. And he gets the Leftovers boost and switches out because that is Regenerator Slowbro. And he sends out his Eviolite Munchlax to take this hit because I've already got dropped special attack, and it's going to do absolutely nothing. So then I am forced to switch out, so I send in my Shadow to get the Toxic off, but he goes for a Curse to make up for his lack of defense. And yeah, I go for the Toxic, and it does poison him, which is pretty good, but also his attack is up too, and he goes for the Body Slam, which is does a little more than I would like, but still not very much because I have the Leftovers boost. And this is a Toxic stall Umbreon, so all I have to do is keep hitting the Protect while the Toxic slowly starts to wear away at him. And at the same time, I'm getting the Leftovers boost, which is pretty good. And since he's Eviolite, he's not going to get a Leftovers boost, so I figure I just keep stalling at him. And I feel like that was a total mistake to use Curse, especially when he knows I'm just going to protect this next turn. And I keep getting more and more health, which is a big mistake on his part. So at this point, I switch out at almost full health, and he's almost dead. And I'm predicting the rest, which it was exactly right. And I'm going to go for the Reckless High Jump Kick here. But, however, I believe he does switch out, yup, into his Gengar. And that's kind of a bummer, but he does not get affected, and I have to switch out because my only move that can hit a Ghost type would be Blaze Kick, and that's not that good. And he sets up a sub, and I know he has Focus Blast on that Gengar, but I'm really trying to hope that it doesn't hit, so I break the sub and am praying for the Focus Miss right here. Unfortunately, though, he does hit and kill him, which that kind of sucks. And now he, for some reason, has Leftovers on that Gengar, which is not the path that I would have taken. I send out my Braviary and go for the Brave Bird. He is Choice Scarf, that's why I outspeed him, and that is going to kill him. But I do take some recoil from that, and he sends out Slowbro since he knows I'm locked into Brave Bird. And I switch back into Umbreon, and that Ice Beam isn't going to do anything to me. So what I do now is I think I go for the Toxic again, predicting the switch out. And I did, but that was a really good prediction on his part since he sends out a Sleeping Munchlax. And I figure I switch back into Hitmonlee, but once again he switches out, I think. Luckily for me, though, his Gengar's dead, so I know whatever I do is going to hit. I don't know why I did Fake Out since he was asleep anyways. That was a really stupid move on my part, and especially since that is a very bulky Slowbro, and the Regenerator's got it all the way up to full health and it does nothing. But I switch into Umbreon to take the Psy Shock, which is perfect because he didn't see that coming at all, and it didn't even touch him. And he sends out Munchlax again because he just loves to annoy me. Fortunately, though, the sleep keeps resetting, so I don't have to worry about it waking up. And I am faster than him, unfortunately, so the payback isn't going to do very much damage, but I do get the crit right there, which doesn't actually do that much. So while he's sleeping, I just keep hitting him with payback. And the Leftovers finally brings me back up to full health, so that's good for me. And I think he's going to wake up soon after this next payback, because he has been asleep for a while. Yeah, and I think he goes for the Body Slam there, yup. And that's still not going to do very much, because remember, he doesn't have any curses up anymore. And I think he's going to save that for Death Fodder, but oh, here we go. I used Toxic, even though there was a big risk of him using Rest again. So that was good. And So I get the Toxic on the Haxorus, which is very good because my Hydreigon is dead, so I know I can't touch him, because even though I think that thing is Choice Scarfed, 90% sure, so that was a big pain when that came out. And then I send in Braviary to counter that Isilgor, and he goes for the Acid Spray to get my special defense down. But unfortunately for him, I am Defiant, so that's going to bring me up to +4 attack. But he sends in his Munchlax as death fodder, and I easily kill him with the Brave Bird. And then he switches back into Haxorus right here, I think. And for some reason I forgot he was Scarfed, so I go for the attack, and he outspeeds and kills me, which was a complete waste of that Braviary. And now I think what I do here is I switch into Shadow to take this next Outrage. But I go for the Protect to let Toxic starts taking his course. And I'm at full health again with leftovers. He goes for the Outrage, and I'm really hoping it doesn't do much, and fortunately I stay above half health, which means the Moonlight is going to bring me back all the way up. And then the Toxic is really going to start to hurt him now, and I go for the Protect again. So he was locked in Outrage, not anymore though, but now the Poison is doing huge damage on him. So he's forced to switch out to Isilgor, which he knows can one-hit me, and I go for the Moonlight just because it was a safe choice. Switch out to Hitmonlee to take this Bug Buzz, which he does super nicely. So he switches out there. Also, Hitmonlee had a Blaze Kick, and I think he knew that. But he predicts the High Jump Kick, which still does a ton to that Slowbro, considering it is max defense. And I have to switch out. And I send in Shadow again, and he goes for the Scald. Luckily for me, he does not get the burn though, thank God. And that doesn't really do that much considering he's very specially bulky. And then he sends out his Haxorus again. And so the Poison is back to normal, but I do get a good payback off on him, which did surprisingly a lot, I thought. And now he's got one turn left, and I'm just going to use Protect, and the Poison does kill him this time. I'm surprised he didn't use Brick Break on me before. That is actually very shocking. But he sends out a Isilgor, and I'm finally got that Haxorus killed, considering I don't have any counters for it. All I had is a Kingdra that would have easily got one hit by it. And he goes for the Acid Spray to sharply lower my special defense. And I am Choice Scarfed, so that's why he used Rest. He thought I was faster than him. But that was a very stupid move, because regardless of whether I was faster or not, I would have one-hit him with the Mega Horn. And he sends out Dugtrio to lock me in with my lowered special defense. But he is sashed. So he goes for the Stone Edge, which I didn't think was going to do that much, but it actually did a decent amount. And then he gets a crit on the Sucker Punch, which actually kind of hurt. But luckily I hit another Mega Horn right here, which is actually going to really help me a lot. Which means he's forced to send in Slowbro, and I can go for a Mega Horn, which it hits again, which is super helpful. And that takes him down to almost death. And he goes for the Scald to finally kill my Heracross. And I switch into Hitmonlee just because I want to be able to kill him. I go for the Fake Out because he doesn't resist it instead of Mach Punch, just to get him down a little bit before I go for my move. And then I go for High Jump Kick, which will kill him there. And that is the match. It was actually pretty decent, but he had me scared for a while with that Haxorus, but all in all, good match.